Prepare for a clash of minds. Quizzard! Sponsored by the Cutter Team, Hawaii's driving force, where all roads lead to the Cutter Team for the best. And by Shutter and Glickstein. No matter how careful you are, accidents do happen. And when they do, you may need help. Shutter and Glickstein. Here's the host of Quizzard, Brock Whaley.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to another round of Quizzard, an exciting game that pits these very bright and quick-witted students against each other, featuring schools from all over the Hawaiian Islands. And tonight, we have two great schools represented. First, say hello to the McKinley Tigers. Welcome to Quizzard. And challenging them from Maui, the Lahainaluna Lunas are here. Welcome, gentlemen. They've been cramming and studying. We have a studio audience ready to play. We know you're ready to play at home. So let's get thinking. Let's play Quizzard. Here we go. Okay, teams, we begin with a 5-point regular round. That begins with a toss-up question. During the regular rounds and toss-up questions, I must have the answers from your captains. In this case, either Jenny or Joel. So if you know the answer, you can ring in. Just make sure that Jenny or Joel gets the answer to me. So yell, scream, whatever you have to do. Here we go to start off tonight's game. In popular terminology, what do we call the chasm that separates the average parent and his or her adolescent youngster? McKinley.
Generation gap.
The generation gap is right, yes. All right, McKinley. For 5 points, choose between these categories. We have S and L.
L.
L, okay. Listen up now. The letter L will begin all of your answers. I'll give you a word, and you give me a synonym for that word, beginning with the letter L. Here we go. Faithful.
Loyal.
Yes. Reasonable.
Logical.
Logical, yes. Rent.
Lease.
Lease is correct, yes. Shining.
Luminous.
Yes, luminous. Fate. Luck or lot. And finally, enduring.
Lasting.
That is right for 25 points, McKinley. Lahainaluna, you have picked S. Sibilants are consonants with that hiss, like the letter S. I'll define words that each contain 3 S sounds. Identify each word with 3 hissing syllables. Here we go, 3 hissing syllables. The U.S. state that gave us Paul Revere.
Massachusetts.
That is right, Massachusetts, yes. You're said to be a great one of these when you reach the top of the corporate ladder.
Businessman.
Success, we were looking for success. A synonym for untrusting. Suspicious. Suspicious. A severe mental illness. Psychosis, we were looking for. The combining of separate parts into a whole.
Unisys.
Synthesis, we were looking for. Synthesis. And a female tailor.
Seamstress.
Yes, that is right. That is right for 10. Now, I'm sorry we didn't get the answers from your captain, as I told you. But we'll allow that this time, and I remind you in the future, they have to come from your captain during the regular round. And that finishes the first part of today's game. 25 points for McKinley, 10 points for Lahainaluna. We'll be back to find out about their campuses and meet these players right after this.
Making the dream, set yourself free, take the wheel of a driving machine, turn yourself loose, let yourself go. The Cutter Team has your machine, Hawaii's driving force.
Hi, I'm Didi Ayo.
And away we go.
Washington, D.C., a trip of a lifetime for all ages. The history of the U.S. unfolds before you with a combination of education and fun-filled excitement. Be a part of Quizzard's winning team to our nation's capital, which includes historic Williamsburg, the Lincoln and Jefferson memorials, and other patriotic highlights. Join us on this very special tour to Washington, D.C. Space is limited. Call now.
Creative holidays and away we go.
We are all too painfully aware of the horrors of drug abuse. We've seen the portraits of death and despair. But until now, what we've seen too little of is the hope, the answers, the people who are recovering our kids every day, and those who are preventing them from ever starting.